Alright guys, check this out, man. Now, I done been through the whole, like, telling y'all that Jesus is not the son, like, not the name. His name is YASHA. Okay? Just like you have Joshua, just like you have Isaiah, it's all YASHA. YASHA. Okay? It's Job, it's not Job. Moses is not Moses. It's Moshe, which is from YASHA, which is YASHA. Come on, man. Now, I told y'all that God is not the name. I said his name is YAH. Ahaya. This right here, Ahaya. Okay? This is what you call, y'all be saying God. And that's, I'm telling you, that means God of destruction. G-O-D. God of destruction. G-O-D. So that is not what his name is YAH, just like Jesus is like Zeus. Jesus. It comes from Zeus. It comes from hell Zeus. It comes, and that's why they do Moses as Zeus, because Zes is Zeus also. I talked to a Greek Orthodox Christian, and I spoke to him back in 2010, and he's from Greece. And I said, I spoke to, because my middle name corresponds with Zeus. It's John, or Jovan. So, which is like Job, because a B is a V. So I got John and Job in my middle name. And they try to say it's Zeus, because it directly corresponds with Zeus. Like, it's like it corresponds with Giovanni and Zeus. So I'm like, okay. So I don't really like even telling people my middle name, because like they could take it the wrong way. You know what I mean? So like I go by Jan, and I have my own profound relationship with the RUACH Qadish, with that, with you know, with the spirit. I'm not no wizard or nothing like that. You know what I mean? I just listen to the word, and I listen to what the spirit of the word is, what the RUACH of the word is. See, what you say is spirit, Holy Spirit, that's even a wrong thing. You guys are saying spirit. It's not. It's because the spirit implies a ball. That's something that's contained. It can't be contained. Okay, because it spirals. That's control. A spiral is a shape. It can't be contained. You know what I mean? The RUACH is rejuvenation. Okay, and so that's what that is. And it's the Qodesh, the RUACH Qodesh. That's what you call the Holy Spirit. And then you have, so it's Ahaya Qadosh. Ahaya, right here. Qadosh. Qadosh is what you call holy. And holy is not really what you think it is either. Like this, the language that we're speaking, that you've been brought over and forced to speak in order to survive. You've been made to worship the language of the beast, the tongue. And it's backwards, and it's perverted, and it's on purpose. It's to have dominion over you and your mind. That's why it's an unconscious tongue. It's unconscious because you're not even conscious of or aware of what you're saying, and you're told that and it's the language of money, and your money is your god, and it's Molech. It's all type of Baal worship. It's all type of beast worship. So you have to be a sovereign being of the Most High. Like He created you to, and His name is Ahaya. Yah. Right here in Strong's Concordance. The name, and they say, so they should take that out right there. The name of the Yah of Yasharel. See, they don't even tell you that. So the words, like, they've got it broken down. Like, so the tongue is the order in heaven. Those that tame the tongue, tame aluf. That's how you say tame aluf. So y'all think y'all love somebody, huh? Okay. Well, aluf means tame. Okay? Like olive. You know what I mean? But aluf. And if you want to say what you think the word tame means, it's unclean. That's actually a word, tameh, but when we see it, tame, unclean. Okay, you want to tame something, you want to defile it, you want to make it ill, you want to tame, I don't know, tame the human, tame the beast, tame the animal, tame nature. And that's where you defile the whole earth. You make it unclean. You make it unlike its own nature. And you're doing it. And so what I'm saying is, look, you say that you worship science and you don't believe in, you worship science and you don't believe in YAH, so you believe in the God, which is the God of destruction. It's a word that self-replicates. It's a word that's it's a bottomless pit, okay? God of destruction. Do you understand? So you're seeing that when you see a word like this, it means something in itself. God of destruction. So when somebody says they worship God, and then you think, oh yeah, I worship God, and they say the God of Israel, and they say, okay, when you see the abomination in the place where it should not be, okay, they worship the name God instead of YAH. Okay, they replaced the Y with the G up in Germany or Norwegian or somewhere around that area. Okay. So, and they were always out to burn, burn the word, burn the truth, burn the books. So you're all in a bottomless pit of self-replicating blasphemy. Self-replicating, it's hell, because essentially it's Hades, essentially it's jail, essentially it's hell. It's a trap. It's a snare for man. It's literally for man. Because look, so when the angels fell, look, they fell for man. The angels always could control beast. Do you understand that? That's why they appeared in all many types of beast forms. And they tricked man into worshiping them in many different beast forms. They worship all different types of animals. All the way to the serpent would be their highest, to some beast, low beast, to insects. They were in all throughout the earth. That's what he asked when he talked to when Job. So when you look at the book of Job, it's Job. So that would be how the beginning of my first name would actually be Y-O-B, or L-Y-O-B, L-Y-Y-O-B, because mine is J-O-B or J-O-V-A-N, but the V is actually a B, because the V is not in Hebrew. It's not in Hebrew. Do you know what I mean? So ivory, they ivory, you know what I mean? Like, that's white. Ivory, you know. So we're talking about Hebrew. Ivory. All right. Job. This is the language of what you call black people. It's not We're not black. Black, in this language, it's lawless. Okay? Black is lawless. Lawless. Alright? They worship legion. They are legion. So without legion, knowledge, lawless. Okay? So you don't know the ledge. Alright? Let me tell you how this goes. You don't know the legend. You don't know the ledge. Let me explain this. You don't know, you don't have knowledge. And you are without legion. You're more like a child. And that's blessed. So, but in truth, because you hold the true law, which is not law, it's Torah. Law is nothing. Law is not, in our language, law doesn't equate. And he said, you should not hold the Most High to nothing. You should not make the Most High to be nothing. YAH, you should not turn him into nothing. Okay? So the point is, the word law there is a word law. There you go. Law. And it means not. Means nothing. Corresponding to low, disregarded, ignorant, never, nothing. Now the Most High gave us Torah, okay? Yah gave us Torah, which is direction, because Ivri means to move, okay? Like when we left Babylon, because Babylon spreads like a plague, so you constantly have to move. That's why we had jubilees. We would stay in a place for 7 years and move, so we wouldn't defile, don't tame the land. Okay. Okay, because Aheb, Ahaya, because we love Ahaya, we love Yah, we love Torah, we love law, we love direction. We have to keep the law, we have to keep direction, we have to keep instruction. From Yara, Yah, to throw, to shoot. Okay? This is like, you understand? Teach, taught, watering, instructions, laid, points, and you know what I mean? The road to hell is paved with good intentions. Alright? So you intend to follow the law because that's good intentions. But you're following, and so this is what the Most High gave us. He gave us Yah is what we call Torah. Because he said, I am the Torah. Okay? He is his word. His word is his Torah, his direction, his instruction. You understand? So, back to this, what I was going to say. You worship law. Law, you are lawless. You are from Torah. You're not from law. You're supposed to worship Torah. Okay? What you call black people, you're not black. Okay? You're I just told you, you're Yasharel. You're a tribe. You're a tribe. Okay? And those 12 tribes are under the Torah. No matter who takes you or where you go in life, or your seed, the parents will be judged for the sins of the children should pay for the sins of the parents, and the parents should pay for the sins of the children. So, like, if the parents are not right, then the children are not going to be right. And then you're talking about generations and genocide. Because no matter how you live your life, you're outside of the Torah and you're blaspheming it. Because the words that come out of your mouth is what you're judged for. So your word is your direction. Your word is your, and the Most High, who you call God of destruction, that's a word, and it has, no matter what you think about it, it is a symbol that calls something upon you and those around you. Okay? So it's a beacon. The word is a fire. The word is light, and you don't see it with your eyes. You're blind to it. A child. Look, man. My first heart attack. I woke up in the middle of the night, or the first stroke I had. I was probably like 12, maybe 12 years old when I recognized it. I woke up and I couldn't. It was like sticking my head out the window in a car going 100 miles an hour and trying to breathe and yell. My voice was being stripped away from me as I was calling out in the dark, and I could see things that I normally couldn't see. It was more darkness that I could normally see, and more I could hear something that I could. Like I said, it was like sticking my head out of a window going 100 miles an hour, over 100 miles an hour. Okay, and when I called out, I couldn't hear my voice. And I really couldn't get any breath out. But what I did see was when I spoke, what was in my mind of consciously effort giving, I was seeing like my word was coming out of, I could kind of feel my word coming up, but I couldn't hear it. And it was kind of like stripped. But I could see my word affecting the darkness. Let's say that much. There was an effect. There was like footprints going through the darkness when I spoke, giving direction of where I was intending and what I was wanting to see. And yeah, that's when I started praying. And the truth was told. Said God can't save you. And that's always been the theme in my dreams. God can't save you. So I called on, I said he had a son. I said Jesus or something like that when I was young. And then it went away. But it kept coming back. They're playing with children. Okay? These are dark forces and high places and principalities. Right in the house of the adult. You think your child is safe? I guarantee you, they can come in and do whatever they want. All right, you don't want to hear this, but your life is not in your hands. Your children's life is not in your hands. At night, like a thief in the night, there is. Shoot, I didn't sleep for 3 days after that. I'll tell you that. I didn't sleep for 3 days after that. And I wised up. I started learning. I made promises. Alright? Now, those have gotten me so far until I had another one. And it seems like I met the entity. And when I was 21 or 22, I met the entity again in a dream. It woke me up, same way. But this time I was able to move, but I was lucid. I was an adult in the dream. And I think I told you guys that I was in heaven or something like heaven, but it was more like earth. I couldn't say heaven, but it was more like earth. I was happy like heaven. And I saw a hole and I jumped down in it because I was hiding from my friends running up a white mountain. And it was a beautiful sunny day, so when I jumped in the hole, I looked up and I could see the sun shining through the hole in this mountain in the cave. And when I looked around, I saw like 3 crosses in front of me in the dirt, and it was kind of dusty. Like when I jumped down, the dust wafted up, so it was like I was like in a spotlight in the dark. But all of a sudden I noticed that I wasn't in the dark. That was the odd thing. I started to adjust my eyes to see how far I could see in the cave past the 3 crosses, and all of a sudden and the crosses were like sticks made of sticks or like bones or something like that. I think they were just wood, and they were small. They weren't big, or it didn't seem big. And I was like on like an island in the air inside of some cave, like a ledge hanging from the ceiling, like a balcony off the ceiling of this cave. But it wasn't like the ceiling it was like I was in space. It was literally like I was in space, like on Earth in space. But this Earth wasn't even an Earth. It was like a little ledge with 3 crosses. And in the background of space, I could see all the stars and all that stuff. And behind me was a wall from the mountain. And I looked up, I could still see the hole that I jumped through. And it was just right above my head. And like I said, I just looked around. It was just, like I said, a little hanging Chad from the ceiling. That's kind of like, yeah, that's the perfect example. Hanging Chad. Remember the year 2000 election? That was supposed to be when this world's supposed to end and all that stuff with Bush. And I guess that was the hanging Chad in the recount. No, because Obama came in 2008. So hanging Chad might have been 2004. Because the recount was year 2000, I think. So I don't know which one. It was one of those. But there was a hanging Chad like thing going around, meme going around. And that's like when you try to take a paper hole puncher for the ballot, and you hole punch it, but the hole puncher would have like a little it wouldn't completely make a complete circle. It would make like a C cut out, like Chad C, or like a Q, and it would still be attached to the paper. And when you would take out when you take the hole puncher away from the paper, you would maybe see that it was punched, but probably the ones that they had probably had a little extra lip, so that when you push the hole puncher down, that the little Chad part just probably flipped over underneath it, so you couldn't see it, but it was hanging there on the underside. Like that little hole punch part was still hanging to the paper. So that's exactly like what the ceiling was that I was standing on in this lucid dream that I was having, or what you would call a lucid dream. I don't know. It was a vision, I suppose. And because it did change my life. It wasn't really a dream. I didn't move off of a dream. It was more like a vision, because I was very aware, and I woke up full stride. Let's say that. So I pretty much I saw in the background of the stars, it was a constellation like the Little Dipper, and it was like a crescent moon or whatever. But in the background, and I'm feeling like it was like space, like it was just like space. It was like day and night, day above me, night below me, and the stars in between in this night. And in the background of the space, I could see. So the space was like a twilight aura, okay? Blue, dark blue, real navy, dark, pitch blue, okay? Like deep, like space. It wasn't lit up like a nebula, let's say that. It wasn't lit up like Arizona space, you know what I mean? But it was like dark space, like city space, like you're around like darkness in the sky because of the city lights. Because I was next to this light coming from the ceiling, so it was darkness, right? So I was like in a, my own little like corona of light, so I couldn't see outside that much, you know what I mean? Like we see from Earth. But what happened was, like I said, it was like I was on Earth, like I was looking at space. But what happened was, all of a sudden, I could see this darker, pitch black silhouette in the background behind the constellation, like sitting there, and it was huge, humongous in space. Like space is huge. It takes up what your whole 190 degree that you can see or whatever from one direction. this thing took up like a third of that darn near in the background. So straightforward in the background, deep off in the background. Shouldn't say a third of it. It took up a good portion in the background. It was a silhouette. It looked like it was sitting on a throne or something darker. It was dark, and it was like space was like a veil. This is what's even more crazy. It was like space was like even a veil. Because I'll tell you how it happened. It was like space was like a curtain, and it was sitting behind it. It was like a translucent, and it was like transparent, translucent. It was like a translucent kind of a curtain, and that's how space is. Like I said, like I don't know. It was just like a cloud of just crystalline curtain or something, just between you and whatever is behind after space. Because what was back there, like I said, it was like something was back there, big, and sitting on a throne. And he said, "I am God." And when he said that, what you call space was kind of like a material, and it kind of waved like water, and the stars in it went back and forth so fast that it just all turned completely magnesium light, like that bright, like phosphorus light, bright, magnesium phosphorus bright, very bright, but kind of just, yeah, bright, electrical bright. And it was just like all the stars just kept just going back and forth so fast. But they all started from like one point, like near where his chest was in the background. And it just kind of like, and it moved like in a perfect ripple, like a drop in the water, like in a perfect still mirror water surface. And you drop a pebble and it just waves, vibrates from the center. It was perfect. But it was slow. It was deep. It was deep. Off in space, okay? And it was slow, but it just went, the stars went so rapid from that point all the way out, and they reverberated and oscillated so fast that it was like beam me up, Scotty, and I just like beamed back to this plane of existence where I'm talking to you. And this is back in 2006 for me. Kind of weird, huh? So, yeah. 2212. That was 20 years. I didn't think about that. Okay. $12.22. Okay. How old was I? 84, 96. No, that wasn't 12. I mean, that wasn't 22 years. That was 10 years. What I'm tripping on? 12 to 22. It's 10 years. From 96 to 2006. Interesting. I almost died in 96. In the ocean. In California. My first time ever going to the ocean. And nobody was there to help me. It was like I got caught in the tide was coming back in, and I was like in a pool. And I couldn't really swim. I could swim underneath the water, but I couldn't swim on top of the water. And the waves, I thought I could dog paddle. That's the only way I could swim on top of the water. I thought I could dog paddle back to shore, and I started running out of energy, and I got caught on a bar out like about a good maybe it was a good 40 yards, 30 yards out, and I had to freaking I swam, I dog paddled as far as I could, and and every time I went out, it would pull me back out to that bar to where I couldn't even stand on my tippy toes anymore. So then, and I was only out there because the water was warm, and I wasn't really good with cold water. And it was warm in that pool, but like I said, that pool filled up in the bar, and I was just like in the middle of the water all of a sudden. And I tried to dog paddle back out, and I couldn't dog paddle back into the shore, and I couldn't. And I recognized when the wave was coming back in. I tried to dog paddle in with the wave, and then when it went down, I dipped under and started I started swimming underwater like I can. And I can do that really powerful. Like when I was young, I could do that extremely powerful. I could do that better than anybody I knew. Actually, I don't know anybody that could swim faster than me underneath the water. And I swam straight down and hit the bottom of the bar, or hit the bottom of the bowl in the pool. And then I grabbed the sand and started pulling myself against the tide, pulling me back out. And I crawled my way out that way and kicked my feet and stomped my feet and started like crawling back up. And then like I thought I was safe, and I like laid on the shore, and the thing came back in and tried to pull me back out. Then because I was exhausted, and I had good endurance at that time. I was exhausted. I was only like 12 years old, like I said, 11. I was celebrating my 11th birthday around that time, I think, in California. And we're in Long Beach, and I think that was the same night Pac died. We was having a like barbecue birthday party, and we were at somebody's house, my cousin, and I forgot whose name was. It was like Sandy or Percy or something like that. Interesting. But it was one of my Grant families, and they had fireworks on the beach and stuff. It was the first time I ever saw fireworks on the beach at the ocean and stuff like that. They were like, it was like a weekend or whatever. I guess it was a Saturday or a Friday or something like that. I think they were talking about they do it like during the summer or something like that. I don't know. But yeah, man, like it was the same night that Pac had died, because they woke me up. I was exhausted. They woke me up because my parents came in from Vegas, and with the rest of my family, because we were just visiting in California. I wasn't even from Cali at that time. I was staying in Texas at that time. We were just visiting. We were celebrating me and my little sister's birthday and all that stuff, and it was weird. And Pac had died, and that year was like pretty serious for me after that. Like I said, around I think right around the time I turned 12 was when I had the stroke, I guess, or whatever. But yeah, that was that was right around I was 12. Yeah, and after that, just things like it was like I'm not even gonna lie, man. It's like I don't know what the heck is going on, bro. It's like even some people, like some of my teachers, I think my science teacher, because he kept talking about, like, when I learned about, so what I think that constellation was, behind that constellation, I said it looked like the Little Dipper. It more looks like the Pleiades or whatever, and that's they call that Black God. And we know that black is lawless, okay, in the language, okay, or darkness. So they call that Black God, and they say like that's the only constellation that moves in the space, like that everybody in the world has seen at one point in time. Like they've seen it, like on all sides of the earth, they've seen that constellation move, and they've seen the space shake and heaven shake for it. So I'm feeling that I've been kind of like just up against that, or struggling with that, like Jacob, wrestling with the angel at night. It's something, you know what I mean, that I wake up to, and I look at this world like, man, it's a struggle just to be in this world, but just to fight that, and then fight sleep apnea, and fight all this just to wake up every day, and then fight you guys. I was struggling, man. I had a real harsh upbringing. I was fighting the medical system, fighting teachers, fighting schools, fighting parents, fighting friends. Everything was a fight, man. It was all, and it was like leagues of fights. Everybody was into it. And like I said, once I started having those strokes, I just stopped all that. I was like, man, like this is too much. I had a new respect for myself, dignity. I had to take more care of myself at that point. You know what I mean? Like, I had more respect for people, because I was like, I don't know what people are going through at home. before they come at my day. And I was like, I pity people at that point. I started like, I'm a child, and I'm like, I pity children that are going through. My prayers were more for the children that are younger than me, going through worse than me. And that's what my prayers were growing up. And that's how I survived. To be an example for them to be strong. And that's how I became a coach. That's how I survived death, flying through the air when I flew off on a bicycle. Like, everything has been a representation for the next generation. That's how I broke the record for Madden 2006 and EA Sports. How I I recalibrated their whole motion capture filming studio system when I made the diving catch up at Studio J up in Vancouver, BC, just on the other side of Boundary Road in Burnaby, right down the street from where I was staying, off of Hastings and Pender and Hastings and McDonald. But yeah, man, like they had to recalibrate their whole system based off of like me saying, hey, you know, I can do this. Like, let me do this the way I need to do this. And they let me do it the way I wanted to do it. And I broke they had to freaking reset their whole system. They had to recalibrate their measuring system for all motion capture from that point on out. It gave them a new measurement that they had never, for some reason they said their system had never been able to measure such precise measurements, let's just say. Like, they say they didn't know that their system could recognize such precise, accurate measurement. What they said they said I caught a ball so close to the ground that it was impossible. Like, it was impossible. And they said that even at the same time as that was what made it even more impossible, is that I drug my feet to the ground within like a couple of centimeters or a few millimeters of the line without going over the line, and caught a ball at full extension to where my body was within an inch of the ground in a straight line, in a perfect line angle, all the way down to the ball going. They said it was a Pythagorean theorem that they had never seen before. Let's just say that. I gave them I reinvented their EA Sports Pythagorean theorem calculation with a human body, because it was registering 3 points: the ground, my feet, and the ball. Well, the ground, it's my body, because I have sensors on my body also, so it was also registering my spine. They were like saying that they could see my spine. And they said that because when they show the spine on the motion capture screen, they usually keep a certain shape. They said they had to readjust all things. They said they're gonna make my motion capture form from that point on. Since 2006 Madden and 2007 NCAA, all motion capture was that you play on video games from EA Sports was geared after my form. So you guys you guys might want to check. They don't even give me credit for that. I looked it up too. I was looking into that. I was like, man, I was looking on the cover of Madden, or the background credits for the Madden 2006. My name is not in there. Looking for it on the credit of Madden or NCAA 2007. My name is not in there. I really haven't checked lately since then. Those are the only 2 reference points. But yeah, I did that. I filmed it in 2005, but they put it on for the fall of Madden 2000, or they did it for the fall of Madden NCAA. They put it out for Madden 2006, which comes out in fall of 2005. And then they put it on NCAA 2007, which comes out the fall of 2006. So yeah, but yeah, the EA Sports, they got me good on that contract. Let's just say that was a contract, and you got to pay more attention to who you lend yourself out to after that. I had more respect for myself. I had more respect for myself based off of, because like who I was coaching children at the time, so I knew that what I was doing was proper based off of survival. I coach people how to survive, and you wonder why I'm over here teaching you the words. I haven't shown you anything physical. I haven't even shown you my physical form of my body, and it's nothing to take pride in. And the thing is, it's the word. The word is what set me free. The word formed everything about me physically. Ahaya. Yashaya. Ahaya creates. Ahaya is the Father. Yashaya saves what he creates. So you wouldn't have any of this around you to even know if it was not saved for you in this point in time. Because kingdoms have risen and kingdoms have been destroyed. And there's technology out there that's older than our civilization, that trumps our civilization. Let's say that word. So let's just say that. Obviously. And because they make movies about it. Like I said, I've been putting y'all on that Stargate stuff back in my other videos. I should have went live with this since it went so long. But we at 40. And I'm not trying to take any pride bringing any type of fame or anything to myself. All praises going to Yah and his Torah and his Yashaya. Okay? Because his Yashaya is my Yashaya. his Yashaya is my Yashaya. And that's how it should be. Because it is for us, fam. Like I said, what you call them black, that's not how it is, man. I'm gonna go back here and let y'all know a little bit more. I gave y'all a lot about me on this video. A lot. A whole lot. Like as in the days of Noah and Lot. I gave y'all a lot. And I'm telling y'all, it's time to understand, man. It's time to understand what you guys are saying, what you guys are bringing upon yourselves without knowing. So, Ahaya, Yah, is who you are saying G-O-D. His name is not G-O-D, okay? Let's just get out of there. It's Yah. Bam, that's it. Easy enough for a baby to say. No teeth. Okay? Ahaya. They cry that. You listen closer. You'll hear them Yah, Yah, Ahaya. Okay? When they start saying Yeshaya on you, you know what I mean? Then they're saving. All right? The truth coming out of the mouth of the children. We've fallen so far away from just paying attention. You know what I mean? So, Yidoni, familiar spirit. I was looking up Yiddish, and that's where the Yiddish Yidoni, familiar spirit, coming from Yada, which is a wizard or conjurer. Baal. It's like, so look, fam. So I was looking up Christian Bale's name last night, and I looked up Baal. That's how you spell Baal, his last name. So what it is the large bundle. So what else is a bundle? A bundle of joy. What's that? A bundle of joy would be a child in a bundle. So what about it? A Yule log. That's what they call a bundle of joy. A Yule log, when they put it on the fire to worship Baal. Okay? They put a child in a fire to worship Baal. A bundle in a fire. Okay? You understand? Ball, go play ball. Throw the ball in the basket. Oh, the net's on fire. Oh, he's on fire. Baal, the goat, the bull, the red bull. There's fire coming out of his nostrils. Baal in Chicago. Balenciaga. Bull in Chicago. Baal in Chicago. Bill in Chicago. Okay? Bow in Chicago. However the hell you want to say it. It's YASHA. I mean, my bad. YASHA is pissed off. Let's just say that. Because you're literally tossing it out. That's when they say Christian Baal. As saying toss out the oil. Toss out those that believe in the anointed one. Like, you know what I mean? That's bail. Toss out. Bail. Like bail out. When you bail in water out of your ship so it don't sink. But they're bailing oil. Bailing anointment. You know what I mean? The anointed is the oil. The oil is the rock, the spirit that covers, that protects. Okay? So if you put oil in water, they don't mix. So you had a flood. You cover the boat in oil so that the boat don't sink. Okay? Have you ever read you go look up, I'll give you a treasure to let you know that that's the truth. Look up Ernest Shackleton. I read how he survived Antarctica and made it all the way onto the eye of the dragon at Georgia South Sandwich Island. He broke down his old ship, the Endurance, and created another ship called the James Caird out of the scraps of the Endurance. And they took a lot of like oil, blubber, and stuff like that, and tar to seam the boat together so it wouldn't, the vessel together so it wouldn't sink. And what happened was they had to bail for 10 minutes straight up a. They had to bail for 10 minutes straight up a. Get it. I'm tripping. I just flicked this bug off my knee and now the bird's just coming at them. Anyway, but they had to bail up the side of a tidal wave, a tsunami or a tidal wave, for 10 minutes up. They thought it was clouds in the sky coming to break up the storm that was going on for weeks or whatever. They thought they were going to get a break from the storm. They're like, oh, there's a break in the clouds, the sun. And it wasn't a break in the clouds. It was a tsunami or a tidal wave the dragon had sent after them, coming out the southwest, straight from where. So the dragon is all of South America and Antarctica together, and all of New Zealand, New Zealandia, Australia, Indonesia, Philippines, all that stuff. Sumatra, Java, all that stuff. Ring of Fire, all that stuff. This is all that. Okay, so y'all don't understand. But yeah, you go look up Ernest Shackleton. He had to bail the water out of his boat to make it up that darn so that his ship vessel wouldn't sink going up that tidal wave. For 10 minutes, it was in the sky. They had to go up for 10 minutes. It was up in the clouds. Okay. So anyway, he had to bail like a buoy. He had to keep his boat afloat. Okay. He had to babble, stay afloat. Babble on the dragon. All right. That story be true. He shamed that dragon that day. He shamed Satan that day, because that's who that was. That's global warming. Baal, cabal, Baal. Then bull, alligator. That's a bull. Balenciaga, global, a glowing dragon, a glowing lizard is a bull. A glowing serpent is a bull. Anaconda, bull. Python, bull. Komodo, bull, tortoise, whatever you want to call it. They're bulls. The reptile male is a bull. Okay, just period. I'm picking that up as it's getting laid down on me. All right. So the word will set you free, man. You guys gotta understand that we're being forced to worship these cats because they're putting them in our face as memorabilia and action figures and comics and movies and video games and drinks. Rock star this, star worship is fallen angel worship. Okay, so there you go. A Red Bull, drink that. They put it in you. Is it in you? Gatorade. There's that bull again. So you got Chicago, give it to the bull. Gator, okay. Florida Gators, bull, alligator. Okay. Bowl. We go to the bowl. Bowl game. So I'm telling you, fam, this is what's going on, man. They're volcano bowls, okay? These cats we worshipped them for so long through many different generations, ways, and it's legions of ways. There's leagues of ways. Okay, there's legends of ways. You gotta know ledge. You gotta know the ledge, okay? And they try to bring religion, which is when you take Legion ran into some pigs and jumped off of the ledge as beast into the sea. So what happens when Legion, 10,000 leagues under the sea, legion, okay, come out of the sea? The beast that was given the power by the dragon out of the sea would be religion. Because the dragon is religion. So I'm saying that, and it's obvious. Because the word ain't gonna lie, they could twist, turn, and flip it upside down, flip it and reverse it. In and all throughout the earth, speaking in many different languages and hint towards it, and it's all just, mockery. It's mockery. They playing, it's child's play to them. You know what I mean? It's child's play. And a lot of people are falling for it. Like I said, it's the road to hell is paved with good intentions, and you guys we all been misled, but the word, the truth, YASHA, the Qadosh, the Qadish, the Qodesh, the RUACH, all are one. They're all one. And it blesses you with a good conscience. Like I said, the parents obeying the Torah, the commandments. You know what I mean? The parents obeying the 10 commandments of Moshe. He said, I did not come to do away with the Torah. It came to give you life more abundantly, to reaffirm that it gives you a promise. If you follow these, you're going to be blessed. Say, you see me, but you hear my Father. Letting you know right there. I can only do it. If I'm following the order, and my name is in His name, YAH, which is Yah is in Yeshaya, and then Ahayashar, YASHA is in Yashar. Okay, Ahayashar, Ahaya. That His name is in His Father's name. Okay. Forever. You can't say His name you can't say the Father's name without the Son. No man may come unto the Father but by me. Ahaya Shar Ahaya. Okay. Qadosh. That's what we supposed to say. Because His name is holy. What we're calling holy, like what we say is God. Yeah, it's all flip-flop. It's Qadosh, Qadish. Qadosh is what you would call holy, okay? Over here in this fallen, broken language. Broken English, broken Anglican, broken angel, fallen angel. Okay? You gotta understand this. Legends, legions, religion. This is your word. Leagues of languages. Legions. Language, legion, legend. Come on. You guys got to understand, fam. There's many different levels. That's why we're speaking in different tongues, so that we can understand. Levels, leviathans. Leviathans is dragons. Dragon giving power to the beast legion, re-legion. So that he has life again. It'd be re-legion. Legion, go away off the ledge. If you know ledge, if you have knowledge of legends, if you have no ledge knowledge, you have no legion. Okay. No allegiance. Pledge of allegiance? Oh shit. Is a 666. Excuse my French. But I think we can look that up. Like I said, y'all thinking. Yeah, I was just looking up his name. It wasn't really nothing. I check up on all type of stuff that I used to look up. Alright. You know, I go back and look over my life to see what it's filled with, to see what I got to talk.